Well, when you go into space, the country borders go away, except for two places. There are two places. You can still see two borders from space. One of them in the daytime, you can see the border of Israel with surrounding deserts, because Israel irrigates. And so it's green, and the surrounding areas are brown. You can see that from space. Another border, which you can see from space at night, is, of course, North and South Korea, right there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And that's punched up. I mean, if you're in the dead of night, you don't know the difference between the ocean and the land as your sight line crosses North and South Korea. And so if you look at the GDP per capita differences between Israel and surrounding nations and South Korea and North Korea, it's factors of 8, 9, 10, 12. So space can reveal economic inequities in at least those two places, which is itself kind of a stunning fact. So I want to tell Elon, you're now neighbors with him, right? Get him back here and say, Elon, build a space bus. We have an air bus. Why not a space bus? A space bus where you put all the warring leaders and have them send them to the moon, have them look back on Earth. Say, we're fighting over that border. We are?
Once they came back down, I think they just go right back to work.
You think so?
I just went to the Keck Observatory on Wednesday.
Nice.
It was
Hawaii.
amazing. Yeah.
Big island. Very nice. Did you go to the base camp or already at the top?
To base camp.
Yeah.
I went specifically there because I had an experience there I was 17 years ago. I went there and I caught it on a perfect night where the moon wasn't out and it was phenomenal. And the view is so astounding. There's so many stars. You see the Milky Way in such clear detail that you have a totally different perspective of the cosmos. You feel like
sad.
You're flying through space with a windshield over your head, like you're in a spaceship.
There's some other, my entire PhD thesis involved mountain going. It's a lost ritual because now we'd have what's called service observing. You just write in what things you want observed on what nights for how many hours, and then they send you back the data. There used to be a pilgrimage to the top of a mountain, and you live nocturnally, and you go to them and be up all night with the telescope and the universe.
Yeah.
There's a certain almost spiritual connectivity that brings upon you when it's just you alone. And there are moments, the mountains are high up enough so that if clouds roll in, you're above the clouds.
We were above the clouds.
You're above the clouds.
Yeah.
This is what makes it especially spooky, magical, mystical, Mount Olympus-like. Because you're on the top. There's no other land. It's just clouds. So it's you, the tops of clouds, and the universe.
Yeah.
Communing with the cosmos.
Just the view of it is so astounding.
And many people who go to Australia say, "Oh, you got to see the southern skies." What they don't know when they say that is any clear sky anywhere in the world will get you that.
Yeah.
In the southern hemisphere, only 15% of humans live there. So there's essentially no light pollution anywhere there. 85% of all humans in the north, you're hard-pressed to find a completely dark sky in the north, leaving you to think that there's something magically beautiful and different about the southern sky. You're observing the northern sky. Hawaii's like 15 degrees north, so it's a lot of the southern sky as well. Point is, you have the best observing site in the world, which is why they wanted to put a 30-meter telescope there, and there's some conflict with the indigenous groups regarding that, and whether the mountain is sacred and in what ways it's sacred and the like. And so that's still going on, last I checked. But I'm not surprised, and I'm delighted that you had that experience. And now you know how I feel when I look up. I was baptized emotionally, psychologically baptized with the night sky in New York City's Hayden Planetarium. Because as a city kid, I grew up in the Bronx. We don't have a relationship with the night sky.
Right.
You know, we might see the moon and an occasional planet, the setting sun. That's it.
Couple
you look
of
up
dots for stars.
That's it. You see the tall buildings. Back then there was air pollution, light pollution. So my first night sky was the Hayden Planetarium. And to this day, I was 9 years old. To this day, when I go to mountaintops, just as you experience, and I look up, I say to myself, this is so beautiful. It reminds me of the Hayden Planetarium.
That's funny.
I know that's messed up.